Hello, I'm James, and I'm an old guy in Europe. Hello, and welcome to another episode of An Old Guy in Europe. Just last week on the Good Morning Portugal Show, I shared a love story with Carl Munson, and we discussed the similarity between how we mature as immigrants and how we mature in our personal relationships. I also learned a new production technique that I implemented for the first time in this episode. See if you can spot it. And of course, please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Let's play his special music. I think I've forgotten this. When I was going through my videos, I realised that I may have neglected to play this once or twice when welcoming James onto the screen. Not today, though. Check this out. And the light will be on by the time we're back.
In Portugal, there's a...
That's not the one, however. So let's try the actual... After all of that, he months not playing the video. Then he says, let's play the video. And then he plays the wrong video. Let's try this one. Swing.
Bom dia! You got it right.
I got it right at the end.
That's the best place to have it right. Woo!
Hitting the ground running this morning. Good morning. Hola, bom dia. Tudo bem, senhor?
Bom dia. Muito bem, obrigado. Contigo?
Muito bem, obrigado. Muito bem. Pouco frio. And I forget what the word is for damp. We must look that up. We do need the word for damp. We need to know that, don't we?
That might be a good word.
At least for another month. Yeah. And then we'll forget all about it. And we'll be just like our Portuguese neighbours. It's as if the winter never happened. That's how we roll. How is it where you are, weather-wise?
It's rainy and cold, but it's not below 10 at this point. The weather forecast is predicting some really cold temperatures in the coming week, down to 2 and 3 centigrade. But yeah, I'm not about complaining about the weather because it changes. Even within a season, it changes. Actually, that was one of the highlights of one of my recent Old Guy in Europe, was just showing the difference that 3 weeks makes from the middle of October to the 1st of November. Yeah. It's pretty profound and amazing. And I've recently taken, so you talk about a tumultuous sea. I've just been out walking on a very cloudy, not stormy yet, but the storm was coming. You could see it off on the horizon. But the waves were just crashing on the beach. You could feel the earth shake when the water hits the sand. You hear it go, and then you feel it. And to me, I love that. And you only get that in the wintertime. That doesn't happen in the summer. So, and everything passes. So, when people were telling me when I was moving from Ericeira to Espinho, the number one comment from the Portuguese people that I knew that I was telling us making a move was always, "Ooh, it's cold." It's cold. No, I've been watching the temperature. It's a whole 2 degrees cooler on average. Woo! And in truth, the unit that I'm in, the 1-bedroom apartment that I'm in now, is, I guess, better insulated, or maybe because it's on the I never know whether they call it the 3rd floor or the number 2 level or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm a couple stories up off the ground, which I think helps with the heat, but I don't need hardly any help at all with heating my unit. Even when it's 2 degrees outside, it's 15 degrees inside. So it's just, I just don't feel the cold so much as long as I don't go out in it. And when I do, it's refreshing. So, I love the language stuff that people share, whether it's Portuguese or English or whatever. But pointing out differences in languages, and the complaint is always that the one you're trying to learn is the hardest, or it's always difficult. And yeah, it is. But what really helps me is anytime I want to get mad at Portuguese, I remember I speak English. And that just gets me right off my high horse. It's like, never mind.
Yes,
we've got all that peculiar nonsense
absolutely,
as well.
absolutely. And you had an entirely different context for learning it, didn't you? Which would have been helpful. And I saw that Portuguese was in a top 10 of languages that are the easiest to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter, does it, whether someone else says it's easy or hard? The fact is just to get on with it and find your best way to make friends with it.
Yes, well, like so many other things, it's about your own personal experience of whatever's going on.
Absolutely.
Is it good or it's bad? It's like, it's what I'm experiencing and what I say it is. So yeah, these scales of the best place to be and all that's just all clickbait stuff anyway. So
yes, and what am I going to do about it ultimately is what it comes down to, right? What am I going to do?
Change the weather.
King Canute gave it a go. And that didn't end too well, as far as I recall. It wasn't there at the time. So what's new then? What is this love story that's not what I think, James?
Oh, well, I just... it's one of those moments that you have where you're not even aware that something has been a certain way for you, and then you sort of suddenly wake up in a moment and things shift. And for me, the lack of awareness was that there was a part of me that was resisting being in Portugal. And it was so subtle and so deep that I didn't even know it was there. If someone said, "Are you resisting being here? Is there any part of you that is not feeling fully here?" I'd say, "No, I mean, this is great. I love being here."
No, how dare you?
Yeah. And I was, as I do more frequently now, which is one of the many things that I love about being in Espinho, is I can just a 4-minute walk to the beach, so I can walk along the ocean anytime I feel like it, rain or shine. And I was just having a quiet stroll. The waves were, the ocean was very aggressive and active, and I was fascinating at that, and not even being aware of how much I was enjoying experiencing nature in that way. And I was looking around and just sort of doing what I do, and there were people chatting like they always do, and young people who were, all excited in their conversations, walking, or just life was going on around me. And I had this moment of, God, I am so in love. It just hit me, and it's like, but you knew that already. It's like, well, maybe I knew it, but I didn't feel it like I'm feeling it now. It was a very profound moment that just woke me up and got me thinking, I must have been resisting somehow, pushing back somehow, because I hadn't let it fully in, and it hit me. And it's like, I love the language, I love the people, I love the culture, I love the nature that I'm in. I love it. And it was the first time that I actually had that depth of profound love experience with where I am and who I'm around. So
that's very beautiful.
Yes, it's much easier for me to speak that than it is to try and write it. I could write it and probably write it eloquently, but I just am lazy. So
and it just came upon you, like Wordsworth and his daffodils. It just came upon you.
Yeah, it just, in a totally unexpected moment, I was just doing something I was doing that I do normally a lot. And just all of a sudden, it just sort of hit me. And I just, wow, okay, this is amazing. And it changes, obviously, it changes your perspective even more. It's just, I'm here now experiencing it more deeply than I was before. And I thought I was about into it as deep as I could get. So, it'd be interesting to see if there's another one of those experiences where it goes even deeper than that. I don't know. But I'm enjoying it.
Is this the continuation of how we plotted or correlated falling in love with the country the infatuation, the
Yeah, like
stages
being a
of,
romantic relationship. Yeah, the
yeah,
eight stages of relationship. Yeah, it is. And when you, I mean, to me, it can be anything to anybody. But if I do make that connection, it's that moment where you've been married for a number of years and you're kind of in your day-to-day routine and you smile and you quick little kiss, hello and goodbye, those kinds of things. And then you have a moment where you just see your partner in a way that your heart just goes again.
yes,
It's just like,
beautiful.
it's that experience. So, whatever you want to call that, that's why I said I like the teaser of falling in love or whatever I said to you in my connection. But I experienced it that way. It really does feel that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still in it. I imagine over time it will fade. The feeling will fade. The feeling won't go away. It just won't be. It won't be as alive in me on a day-to-day basis. Like
yeah. Well, that's how I've got it. Is that feeling that you chanced upon, and then we've kind of articulated here this morning, is always there. It's not that it goes anywhere. It's us that goes somewhere, isn't it? Our attention goes elsewhere.
Well, yeah, and I think in a really positive way, and this just occurred to me, that what's really fading is the parts of where I was that weren't this.
Yes,
it's like the old relationship that you got out of. Yeah, you were in love, and yeah, you had good times, and so on and so forth. But somehow it just didn't really work. So you needed to get out of it and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it kind of hangs on. You're in this new relationship, and I don't know. Maybe there's somewhere inside you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, or I don't know what it is. But there's to me, it felt like there was some residual resistance because I had this opening. It felt like whatever I was up against that I didn't even know was there just opened up, and I just kind of fell through. So whatever that is, whatever that resistance is, whatever that memory might be that was holding you back or whatever, just let go.
Beautiful.
And it's profound and amazing.
Yes, and the current relationship, as it were, says, America. Who's America? Oh, just somebody I used to date.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
A place I used to be is really kind of what it feels like.
Yes. Yes.
And another thing that's just hitting me is I haven't really looked at my newsfeed on Facebook, like hardly at all, except for people that I'm connected with, friends with. For weeks now. So I haven't been inundated on a daily basis with just everything that's going to hell in a handbasket. I just haven't been exposed to it.
Yeah.
So
that's another definition of love.
Yeah, so there's this lack of that. There's I guess because I'm getting visual images now, the hooks that were in me I've been coming out. And so now I'm freer. As a result. So I'm making a habit of that now. I'm just going to stay away from, all the current events and all the bad news. I still see it, it still happens, but it's just, I'm not going to go it's not like I was looking for it. I was looking to see what was going on my news feed, and that's what was going on my news feed. So it's like, I should stop doing that. I'm not going to watch the news. This is worse. This is like fully just editorial by everyone who wants to have an opinion. There's nothing about facts in what's going on, just vitriol. So,
and perhaps it's everything other than love as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It would be
there's a lot of fear in it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And could this be as well, extending it a little further? Could be, we've laughed about this, haven't we? Aging, old age. Oh, it never comes alone. Always got your aches and pains. But as well, this is upside, isn't it? This is aging and maturity upside when you cultivate perhaps more indifference. And not in a bad way. I don't mean indifference in not caring. I just mean not being bothered about as much nonsense as you used to be bothered about. And a that must be one of the possible. It doesn't necessarily come to everyone, but it might be one of the.
No, some people get cranky and bitter, but and then that's another way of doing it. But for me,
yes.
When I say the word mature, I think about a mature wine or a mature cheese, or it's a certain improving with the aging that I'm thinking about. And
yes.
For me, the improving is the improving of my personal experience, because that's the only thing I have any control over. So when I stop letting everyone else try to steer my boat, get off the helm. I'm in charge here. Leave it alone. I choose to steer it over here to the calm waters. I choose to turn it around and look at the sun rising or the sun setting, that kind of thing, which reflects my attitude about weather and so much in my life. But I think you're right. I think a lot of that comes with age. I have met some younger people who seem to have that capacity. That's what I refer to as old souls. I mean, it's like you just have a take on life that is way more mature than your age would cause me to anticipate. So, yes, generally it comes with experience and knowledge and all those other things, which takes time. It takes time for all those things to happen. And I just am more and more aware on a daily basis that the advantages to being an old guy in Europe is that I can have all that other stuff too.
Yeah.
I can calm down. I cannot, it's like, okay, you have an opinion, that's fine. I don't need to say, oh my God, what's wrong with me? You have an opinion that disagrees with me. Or, oh, you don't like something about me. Oh dear, what do I need to change? It's like, okay, you have a right to your opinion. You have a right to not care.
Exactly. Have a nice day. Yes.
As I said, I shared a while back, I was looking at the episode of talking about my mother's opinion about my hair at Christmas time. And my response was, thank you for sharing, Mom. It's like, okay.
I love that phrase. It is good, isn't it? There's so much in it. Thank you for sharing. And it's like everyone knows we can move on now as well. Right. Yeah.
Especially if it's not delivered in a bitter or a sarcastic way. Thanks for sharing. But you just truly mean it. Thank you for sharing. That's your opinion. I understand it, and I don't choose to do anything with it except say.
That's right. Now pass the cranberry sauce. Thank you very much.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
In a way, you're thanking them for their honesty. I mean, in this case, coming from her mother, who's not trying to be mean. She's not trying to hurt me. She's just expressing her opinion.
This is why I love checking in with you. What a lovely share. Thank you for sharing, literally and genuinely. We're just after 9 o'clock here, James. Time to wish you a very happy Christmas. Boas festas, Feliz Ano Novo. Thank you so much for being here throughout the year. Love it, checking in with you. Bird of the month, it was a sparrow, the roof sparrow, the house sparrow today. And maybe a parting word or two. And something to think about to take us into 2026. And my heartfelt thanks to you for being part of the gang and being here every month with us. Thank you so much. Muito obrigado.
Truly my pleasure. Prazer. I was so busy listening to the thanks and the appreciations, I forgot there was something you gave me to do or to say, or you just want parting words. Was that it?
On our way. Yeah, parting words of wisdom from the mindful migration guy.
Well, I'm really, this experience of not, I won't say falling in love, but realizing how in love I am with Portugal and everything that came with it. I guess maybe the main thing is to remember that we didn't just arrive in this place. There's an entire life that happened before and a life that we're creating in the moment that is moving into the future. So to really be grateful, for me, this is one of those places where you can be grateful for everything, even what you defined as the hard times or the bad times in the past, because they brought us here.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great season for those kinds of memories, because it's the encapsulation of 365 days, the end of 1 year, and what have we done in that 365 days from last New Year's to now? We can apply that to life. You know, the same thing. We've arrived in this moment as a result of everything that's gone before. And for me, my choice is to be grateful for it because I'm loving where I'm at, literally in love with my life and the place I'm at. So
beautiful. What a fortunate and blessed man you are to be able to say that.
I am, truly.
Cheers, James. Boas festas. Feliz Ano Novo.
Muito obrigado. Para ti também.
Bye.